these roofers or med spa owners or chiropractors that you're calling up off Google Maps, they're not leads. You know you're just bothering them, right? They're not interested in your service and they don't want to book in on your calendar. Do you even have any clients? Here's how I scaled my SMMA business without begging clients to book in with me. I'm going to show you 5 steps of the simple funnel that I'm using to generate these sales calls, so you don't have to trawl through Google Maps harassing innocent business owners. By the end of this video, you'll know how to get clients on your calendar without embarrassing yourself, and this is exactly what I'm doing in my own agency to generate thousands of dollars online. So let's get into it. Now the first step is by running ads. Now I'm going to keep this really short and really brief because I'm probably going to do a full video just on how to run ads correctly. But for now, let's keep it super simple. Your ad's going to look like this: call out, undeniable proof, offer, unique mechanism, and then next steps or a CTA. Call out, who is this ad for? You could also put in who this ad is not for. So for example, roofers, if you're in the roofing industry. Roofers who need extra roofing jobs. Can be something like that. Then I like to go into proof before the offer. Roofers who need extra roofing jobs. We helped this local roofer generate 10 new roofing jobs in 30 days. So we're going into proof. So we're basically forcing people to consume like a 5-second case study before we even say we can do anything for them at all. And it's not just any proof, it has to be undeniable proof. So while you're saying this, what you want to be showing on screen is like undeniable proof that you have actually done this. So for example, showing the ads manager of this ad account of a client you've already got. Or in my industry, what I do is I send a text message notification every time a lead comes in for my clients. So what I like to do is I show this long list of texts that my clients have got, like new lead, new lead, new lead, new lead. So it's undeniable proof, and we can help you. Now we're going into the offer. We can help you generate 10 jobs as well on a pay per results basis. Then unique mechanism. So this is also really interesting. The unique mechanism is going to be like your unique proprietary system of getting results. It's like a missing piece to the puzzle. The reason they've failed in the past is because they didn't have this system. This is your unique system of generating results. It's new, so it's something that you invented, and it's different from what they've tried in the past. And just as an example of this, I just have a unique way of making sure every single lead is qualified. Now, what is that unique way? Well, I just ask qualification questions. That's all I do. It's nothing fancy, but you just frame it in a way where it's your unique way of making sure you get results. So it looks something like this. We did this by... Now, I also like to use like metaphors and analogies to kind of explain this to make it easy to understand. So let me move this up here. So you can do, this is like a hack to running ads because it means that you're never dealing with tire kickers and low quality leads. Every single person you get on the phone with is 100% qualified and needing your services. You also want to think like, what are the #1 objections that people have with working with marketing agencies? So if you're in the roofing industry, for example, probably a big problem that they have is they get leads, but they're unqualified. So you want to think about that, and you want to make sure that your unique mechanism solves the #1 problem with marketing agencies that they had in the past. Next step, CTA, you tell people, listen, I've got a 5-minute video on my website. If this sounds interesting, you can watch it. It's really pretty simple to do, nothing fancy. The one thing I would include with a CTA is to address common concerns that people have around clicking, right? When you see an ad and you're kind of interested, but you don't want to click, what's going through your head? Well, you're thinking to yourself, is this a scam? Are they going to spam me? Am I going to get a virus? Like, that's why you don't click on ads, right? So in your CTA, address these concerns. Like, tell people, we're not going to share your information. We're not going to spam you. We're just going to click the button. It just takes you to our website, or it just takes you to a form. You opt in, and then we show you a 5-minute video on how this works. Now, step 2 is your opt-in page. It's the beginning of your funnel. Once you've got the click on the ad, how do you convert the click into a lead into a booking into a showing up on that booking? That's what we're going to cover for the rest of this video. So I'm going to walk you through all the steps of this funnel with the opt-in page, then the VSL and the calendar. Here it is there. So I'm going to walk you through all of this. And by the way, the tool I'm using to create this funnel is called High Level. By the way, if you want to use this funnel, like use it for your own business or customize it, you can get this for free. The link in the description. You also get a 14-day free trial of the software I'm using to create this funnel. This is what I use to build funnels and calendars and to book people in. Works pretty well for me. So if you want this funnel, you can get it for free, link below. So if you want to try it out and you don't want to have to waste time building out these pages and going through the headache of getting it all set up, you can get this for free along with a free trial. If you're already a high-level user, you can still use my link below to create a new account and get this stuff. And then you can transfer, if you've already got a high-level account with a sub-account, you can transfer that sub-account over to a new account. So you can keep all of your existing high-level stuff, but still use my funnel. So now let's go into the high-level funnel builder and break down this funnel. Here's the start of this funnel. I'm just gonna show you what it looks like on mobile because 99% of people who see this are gonna be on their phones. So you wanna optimize it for mobile. What I like to do is just keep it the headlines, just the step. So step 1, get the free training. Soon you're gonna see step 2, watch the video. Step 3, book a call on my calendar. And then I like to do like the sub headline is like the offer. So in your video, when you're offering a free training, they then click on it, they come to this page and it says, get the free training. That's basically the offer for this page. The offer is to get the training, you're selling the next step. Now the key to a successful opt-in page is that it's simple and it's congruent with the ad. So in the ad, if you said, click the learn more button below to get a 5-minute free training on how to do this without doing XYZ, without doing these things you've tried before, without doing these things you don't want doing. When they click on that and you take them to the opt-in page, your opt-in page needs to perfectly reflect what you said in the ad. This would have worked perfectly if I did an ad where it was like, click the button below to learn the 3-step process to generating 15 clients on autopilot using your social media without having to dance with views or spam your social media pages, and it works even with 0 followers. If that's what I said on the ad, then this landing page is perfect. When you get this funnel by using my link below for free, customize it to make sure the opt-in page perfectly reflects what you said on the ad. So that's congruence. That's what congruence means. Step 1, get the free training, make this reflect what you said on the ad. And then the button, I like to do the button in like first person, like I want the free training, instead of saying like get the free training. So keep it in first person. I think it works better. When somebody hits that button, it opens up a form. Once again, form is super simple. And also it's in first person, right? So my name is, my number is, my best email is. Just, it seems to improve the conversion rates a little bit by putting it in first person. And then when someone hits this button, they go to the next page, the VSL and the calendar page. So let's break that down. Now we get to the VSL and the calendar page. So on this page, it's very simple. I just have step 2, watch this video. And then in subheader, I put the offer again. So in this case, 15 clients in 30 days. Then if you scroll down below, it goes step 3, book a call on my calendar if you want more clients or you put in your dream outcome, and then there's a calendar. So it's very simple. It's just video, calendar. You want to keep it as simple as possible. So don't do any flashing animations. I see a lot of people doing like the wiggle animation on the button. Don't do that. Don't even have any buttons, right? This is a mistake that I made a lot, is that in order to get to the calendar, you have to like click a button and that opens a pop-up with the calendar. Don't bother with doing that. Just put the calendar straight on the page. So it's one click easier to book in with you. So as you can see, it looks very nice. It also looks good on mobile as well. On mobile, I think it works even better because you can see the video and the calendar on the same screen. So you don't even have to scroll down to see what step 2 is, step 3 is. So VSL, calendar, I'm probably gonna do a full video on how to do a VSL correctly as well. Also super duper important. So make sure you're subscribed to see my video on how to do VSLs correctly. Now, once you've got a call booked on your calendar, this is where it gets really interesting, because how do you make sure people show up to that call? How do you continue to nurture this lead while you've still got them on the page? So let's go to the next page here, step 4, and we go now into the diagnostic forms. This is a bit of my secret sauce. I don't see anybody else doing this, anybody else talking about this. This is how I get like really, really good show rates, like 70, 80% on my sales calls. Part of it, I think a big part of it, one of the biggest things that I did was implementing a diagnostic form. So what I like to do is when somebody books on my calendar, the call it's added to my calendar, but it's not confirmed, right? All my calendars and all these forms that you're about to see are built on high level. And what I like to do is when a call's added on my calendar, it's there, but it's not confirmed yet. So then in order to confirm the appointment, so they actually receive the link to join and things like that, they have to fill in this diagnostic form. So this diagnostic form, so on the page itself, it just says step 4, complete this form so that we can hit the ground running on the call and save time. If you ever want somebody to do something, dangle a carrot in front of them of something that they want. So they want to hit the ground running on the call. The prospect wants to save their own time. So when you're telling someone to fill in this form, put it in like their benefit. Save your time. And then subheader, this form will need to be completed to confirm your appointment. And then on this form, I just have like 3, 4, 5 questions, something like that. And what this form really allows to do is 2 things. First of all, it gets people thinking about their own problems. Most people do not consciously sit down and say, I want to get to 20K a month. Right now I'm at 10K a month. What have I tried in the past to get there? What are the steps I can take today to start getting there? Getting them to answer these questions forces them to consciously think about where they're at, where they want to be, how to bridge that gap, what they've tried in the past. And this is obviously setting us up as sales guys for the call. So when they fill in this form and submit it to us, we can now show up to that sales call with ammunition already in our pockets on how to sell them. So first of all, it gets the prospect to already start thinking about the pain that they're in, where they're at, where they want to be, which once again is going to increase show rates. It also allows you to show up to the sales call with ammunition already in your pocket, like you already understand the prospect decently well. So you can already have some ammunition on how to sell them and how to close them. And number 3, when they fill in this form, they're spending more time thinking about you and their problems, which makes them more likely to show up on the sales call. So implementing a diagnostic form in order to confirm their appointment is something that is probably the number 1 thing that I did to increase show rates massively. And like, they're consuming more content from you, right? They're giving you more information, so the skin in the game is more as well. So another thing about these diagnostic calls is that this mirrors and reflects the type of relationship you want to have with prospects. You're not a sales guy trying to sell them on a product to get their money. They are coming to you with a problem, and you are an expert who is able to provide them with a solution. So you want your sales process to reflect, to kind of mirror the relationship a doctor or a therapist has with their clients. And when you go to the doctor's office, what's the first thing they do? They sit you down and they tell you to fill in a form. You're going to do the same thing because it positions you as an authority, right? You are an expert. They have problems and they're coming to you to solve their problems. What's the close rate that a doctor has when giving their patients medicine? When the doctor sits there and listens to the problems of a prospect, of a patient, and then the patient says, so what should I do? And the doctor says, you should take this. What's the close rate that the patient does take that medicine? It's like 99%. A doctor has a 99% close rate on providing patients with the solution to solve their problems. And if you perfectly mirror the way that a doctor interacts with a patient and that process, you can have a very high show and close rate as well. Now, once somebody's submitted that, we go to the next step. This is where, let's see. So I like to do 2 things. Once again, a header and then a subheader, and then another header, and then a header, video. Firstly, I like to do a video which kind of explains to them what to expect on the call. So just some housekeeping stuff like how to join. We're gonna email you a link to the email you've provided to join the call. You click the link, make sure to take the call in a quiet location. It's just a 2 or 3 minute video that kind of gives them that kind of information. What to expect on the call. So on this call, I want to understand your situation. I want to understand what problems you have. And then if possible, I can provide you with a solution, yada, yada, yada. And then step 6, watch this case study. So this is where you put your case studies. So this would be like a 5-minute video where you kind of go over in more detail. Here is someone we've worked with before. They had these problems. They were in this situation. They came to us and then we implemented XYZ solution and got them ABC results within HJF timeframe. And this is what they have to say about us. So you basically do a quick 5-minute case study where you talk about what you've done and how you solve problems, focusing on the key to sales and marketing in general is just being explicit in these are the problems, this is how we solve them, and then showing undeniable proof that you have indeed solved that problem. So now you know how to get calls on your calendar without having to cold call, without having to beg people to meet in with you. And as I said earlier, if you want access to this exact funnel, you can get it for free, along with a free trial of the software that I'm using to create this funnel. You can with the link below. In the next video, I'm probably going to do something about ads, maybe about VSLs. You can let me know what you want to see in the comments. So make sure you are subscribed for that.